All right, so here's where we are with the build. We got this side paneled up. I threw the windows in just to make sure everything was going to fit right. Everything's square, and they slide perfect. Now we will have to pull the screens out of those. I might keep the screen in one, take it out of the other, and then be able to have one window open with the screen at all times, unless we're going to be serving out of the two. That way, you can keep some air movement in there when we're not running the air conditioning, stuff like that. So they went in fine. You can see I just have a little gap in between. Now that's something that, from behind, I will push that piece back in there, screw it in, hold it tight with these screw points. But that's pretty much just going to be like a piece of trim. So pretty pleased with the way they went in. No problems. You can see how perfect the line is going up. I mean, they are laying nice. So it is nice when you do things square. You don't catch all these problems in the end. And I do have to go around screwing all the top parts. I screwed as far as I could reach standing. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna park my truck, stand in the truck bed, screw the other ones. So between the farm jack, holding the bottom ones up, and then putting the small support piece on to catch the top ones. Here you can see I left it on still. We were able to, or I was able to, put these all on myself. Now I have two last pieces to put on. See this one back here? Now I have another window, a serving window, or not necessarily a serving window, but we're gonna pass through window from the grills into the kitchen. And then that outside corner piece. So once they're on, I did cut them long so that they'll they'll grab the roof. It's also going to help me slide the roof on. I thought after I start doing this, I thought, boy, that'll make life easier if I do those first and then put the roof pieces on. So really pleased with the way today worked out. Actually had about 5 straight hours to work out here. Doesn't happen every day, so I'm very pleased. Then our last couple pieces of plywood, they're pretty much across the roof. I imagine that will lay out pretty quickly because they don't get cut. That's just 8 feet across now. So that'll be a nice quick cap. And then we can start buttoning things up. Gotta go pick up my door. They were giving me the little runaround about how busy they are with construction projects, that they can't get doors at Lowe's. The 36-inch right-hand swing. So had to order one. I'll go down, pick that up, and we'll get that put in. And I'll be able to at least lock up what I'm working on here, and that'll make things nice. I can keep some things out here on the farm without needing to lug it back and forth every day. Not necessarily a threat for a theft, but I didn't have any way to cover anything before. So carry everything back and forth. But it looks good. I'm very pleased with it. Some other little tips we have. I would definitely consider your space. Everybody says about how expensive these trailers are and these trucks. You can see the work I did just with this cabin enclosed. Have a $129 door, $68 windows. How could these people be charging what they are for these trailers? It's actually a shame, because here we're going to have literally a 28-foot trailer with the back porch, grills and all. This thing will be built for around $3,500. Now we're going to have some other expenses when we go to put our appliances and all in. But most of those, I'll show you how to buy those at 10 cents on the dollar as well. And I'm not talking about scamming Webstaurant store or anything like that. There's some great auction sites. You know, you pick up, we're talking about getting things started on a budget, you know. Times are tough, you want out of your job, whatever it is. I'm not trying to show you how to do this on a credit. You know, because that kind of defeats the purpose of the free-spirited entrepreneur. You don't want to owe your life to anybody else. We want to build these things for as little as possible, have as little overhead as possible. The only expenses you want to have is where you're parking it daily. You know, if you're doing an event, you want to be paying that rent, stuff like that. Festivals and fairs, they can be expensive enough just for the rent to get in. And then the product that you need. But we want to build the trailer cheap. If I would go to buy this trailer just in the condition it'll be in when it's covered, you know, you're looking at over $10,000 to $14,000 just at this point, unfinished inside, wrapped up, you know. And here we'll have it for well over $10,000 less. So pretty excited to show, you know, show the profits we're getting. Now it's kind of a little unfair because we've been in business, we've been selling our products, so we know we have a market for them. But it does give an example of, you know, our business. We started as a fundraising company. I'll explain that, how I fundraised my way out of jail. I always say I worked for the state as a corrections officer. And as I was sitting there every day, I couldn't stand it. And I needed to find a way I could be out socializing with people and doing what I enjoy. So I'm going to get back to work here. Show you some new things in the next video, but we are going to wrap this up, get the door put in, and the roof closed off, and then we'll get back on here with the video. All right.